everyone, welcome to Charts in Perspective, where we use charts to dive into the world of economics and financial markets. I'm Jennifer Nash, an economic and market research analyst for TMX Verify. We're excited to kick off 2026 with one of our less frequent but highly revealing updates, the long-term view of U.S. household net worth. Using the latest Z1 release from the Federal Reserve, which includes both households and nonprofit organizations, we're going to look past the headlines to find the real story of American wealth. If we look at the raw nominal data, the numbers are staggering. As of Q3 2025, household net worth has surged more than 200% since the post-financial crisis low in 2009. But there's a catch. Over the last 6 decades, the purchasing power of the dollar has shrunk to just about 13 cents, while the nominal net worth has grown by nearly 17,000%. When you see a vertical climb like this on a linear scale, it can be misleading. It exaggerates recent growth and makes it harder to see the historical context of previous cycles. To see the real story, we have to adjust for inflation using the Consumer Price Index and switch to a log scale. On this chart, we can see that while nominal net worth is up 7.7% over the last year, the real growth is a more modest 4.6%. Since that 2009 trough, inflation-adjusted wealth hasn't tripled. It has actually increased by about 102%. Using this log scale allows us to see the growth rate more clearly over time, rather than just the massive numbers at the end of the series. When we add an exponential regression line, the bubbles become very easy to spot. You can see the peaks of the tech, real estate, and COVID bubbles in 2000, 2007, and 2021, and also the significant trough in 2009. The annualized growth rate for real net worth over this entire period is 3.17%. Currently, we're sitting at about 7% above the long-term trend line. It's a significant move, though notably lower than the 17% deviation we saw just a few years ago during the 2021 peak. Finally, let's bring these multi-trillion-dollar figures down to earth by looking at net worth per capita. By dividing the inflation-adjusted total by the U.S. population, we get a figure that's a bit more relatable, approximately $530,000 per person. Because the population has grown steadily alongside wealth, the annualized growth rate here is lower, at 2.11%. This chart offers perhaps the most honest look at how individual wealth has tracked against the long-term trend over the last 65 years. By looking at the data through these different lenses, nominal versus real, and total versus per capita, we get a much clearer picture of where we stand today compared to historical norms. That's all for our discussion. Thank you for tuning in. For more economic and market insights, you can find my content on the Advisor Perspectives website under the AP Chart section.